Our sponsors: The Finkley Experience, an educational consulting firm that specializes in first-generation education, in which prepares high school students for college. For more information, visit their website at thefinkleyexperience.com. Father to Father Incorporated, a nonprofit organization that strengthens families through father engagement, with a goal to help men in our communities to be great dads. For more information, visit their website, fathertofatherinc.org. ABLAZE Entertainment. The goal of ABLAZE is to take emerging artists and develop them to the next level of their career. For more information, visit their website at ablazeentertainment.net. Thank you.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is singer, songwriter, producer Maya, and you are now watching the Michael Finkley Show.
On the next Michael Finkley, motivational speaker and author, Janette Auguar is here. Next Finkley.
It's my biggest dream come true. Oh my, it's my biggest dream come true. Oh my.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Michael Finkley Show. Thanks for joining us today. Now y'all, I hope that this week was fantastic for you. You grabbed it by the horns, you did what you needed to do, and you feel completed, you feel excited about the weekend that's coming forward. So, because you deserve it. You really do deserve it. I must say, this week has taken me by storm, just a little bit, in the sense of, people passing away. I've lost so many different people thus far this year, just like many of you watching. And it's pushing me more than ever to fulfill my purpose, to, stand my ground. It's also motivating me to just, mind my business, do what I need to do. Even the Bible says that, to do your work with your own hands and study to be quiet in the New Testament. And, that's what I'm doing more of. I feel that at one point I felt like, I need to step out and go make new friends and all this other kind of good stuff. But y'all, I'm 33 years old. Listen, if you don't bring peace to my life, if you don't bring that attitude of positivity to lift me up, I don't need you in my life, right? Peace is more valuable than money. I'm trying to build, I'm trying to grow, I'm trying to improve me for me. And my peace is needed more than ever before. So if you can't bring that to my life, then you know what? I got to let you go. I really do. No hard feelings. Love you, mean it. But we only have a short amount of time on this earth. And I want to fulfill as much as possible while I'm here. So I always tell people, like, when the Lord calls me home, I want all my talents and gifts to be here. I don't want to take nothing with me. Nothing with me. So that's what I've been thinking about this week, right? And just improving myself for the better. So what has been, do you agree? What's been on your mind this week? Is your peace important to you? Are you cleaning the house as well, in the sense of just, I need, if you don't contribute, gotta let you go, right? So comment below. I want to see what's on your mind as well, Fink fam. Talk to me, okay? Definitely talk to me. A terrific show for you today, as always. Of course, I needed this in my life. Speaker and author Janette Auguar is with us, and she brings that positivity. She brings her talents to this interview, so don't you dare miss it, Fink fam. Back in a moment. Coming up, Janette is with us. Back in a moment.
What's up, everybody? Christopher Martin, the Fashion Plate, and you are watching the Michael Finkley Show. You dig?
Next, Michael Finkley, host and executive producer of HBCU 101. Jaleel Thurman is with us as he talks about his brand new season and so much more. Next, Finkley. Hello everybody, it's Finkley from the Finkley Experience. We're an educational consulting firm that specializes in first-generation education. So we assist students with their college and career endeavors. We train school administrators on the state of first-generation students. And also, we partner with colleges and universities to assist their first-generation population for easy transition from high school to college. So if you're looking for a presenter or speaker that presents on these topics and so much more, visit our website at thefinkleyexperience.com and learn about all that we do. We're looking forward to working with you. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Michael Finkley Show. Now, y'all, my next guest, I'm excited to chat with her, y'all. She is a radio host. She is a voiceover expert as well, an author, a believer in Revelations 12 and 11. We're going to talk about it even more. She is Janette Auguar. How are you?
Excellent, Michael Finkley. How about you? Wonderful. Thank you for having me on your show. I'm excited about this opportunity.
Oh, you're very welcome. So you know what? As I was looking into your bio and just reading about you and doing some other research as well, right? We have some things in common. So I'm going to list those things. It's really, really cool. Okay. So you're a native of Columbia, South Carolina, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I was born in Camden, but I lived in Columbia. That's right.
All right. I love it. I am from South Carolina myself.
Okay.
Born and raised in a little town called Mullins, South Carolina.
I've heard of it. Okay.
Okay, cool beans. You're not even on the map. I used to live in Sumter, so I know where Camden is. Yep. Okay. And you went to South Carolina State University.
I sure did. That's right.
Okay. I went to Allen University in Columbia.
Oh, wow. Okay. Awesome. Hey, and in Sumter, the radio station I loved the most there was WWDM. Wasn't it the Big DM in Sumter?
The Big DM. I think that was in Columbia, if I'm not mistaken.
Was it?
Okay,
it's been a long time ago. I'm not going to date myself.
I love it. And then also, too, while you were at South Carolina State, you were Miss Black and Gold.
Yes, I represented the Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity for the school, for the state, on to the national competition. Yeah. You were A Phi A?
I'm A Phi A, Spring 09, Gamma, Allen University. All the way.
Awesome.
Yeah, I was just like, oh my gosh, I had to tell these things, but we have so much in common already. That's so awesome.
We do. Excellent. It's a small world, right?
It is a very, 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 you never know who you're going to meet.
Yeah, I think it's excellent. I'm honored to meet you.
Likewise.
And to know that we have so much in common.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I mean, you're doing some big things. Well, we're going to talk about it all, I promise you. We really are. But let's start here, right? Okay. How do you describe your spirituality in 2022?
In 2022, how do I describe my spirituality?
Yes.
Personal, relational with God. I describe it as being a journey still, being tentative to what he would have me to do, to my purpose, more cognizant of why I'm here, and constantly seeking to define and fine tune that purpose in my own ears, in my own self. God already knows, right? He already knows why he created us. But sometimes we get in the way, ourselves, we get in the way. So I'm trying to get me on out the way so I can find out what's truly, truly divine, his perfect and divine will for me, not the permissive one, not my will, but his will. So I describe my spirituality as a continuous journey.
And
you buy that?
I love it. I love it. And that's how it should be. It is personal. It is continuous, right?
Yes.
In that personal, continuous journey, what has that been like for you as in defining your success in your life thus far? What does that look like?
It looks like anything that's good has happened, anything that's positive, anything that's righteous and wholesome. I give him glory for all of that. I give him credit for all of that. None of me, all of him. It looks like still a continuous journey. I'm not where I was, but I'm still not where I am going and where I'm going to be. The successes I've had have been just gratifying. Yeah. And truly, I do give him all the glory for any good thing that he has empowered me to do for people. It looks like an opportunity to be helpful, an opportunity to be used. That's what success is. It's that personal gratification. It's not how much I've accomplished. It's not how much I have. but it is how fulfilled I am in what I do, in what he's given me to do.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. And
Praise
you have
God.
so many gifts. You have not talents, you have so many gifts in entertainment, in radio, voiceover. You're an author, you're a host, you work with families. How do you all blend this together and say, this is my purpose?
Well, it's not something that I was able to define so clearly myself. And oftentimes it comes through trial and error, or it comes through just the journey. And then coming to a point in the journey where God brings so many pieces together that you get a revelation of, oh, wow, all of these things, or all of these gifts, all that he's given, have culminated to make this great, to do this one wonderful thing. Just the privilege to go to South Carolina State, the privilege to be a part of the theater department and to be in radio even there. It was just a journey. It was just as things happen, as things transpired, as we keep going. And as you mentioned, even working right now in the death care profession, industry, service, was something that I saw coming together as God giving me the opportunity to interact with people, to be personable, to be compassionate. It's an industry that I never thought I would find myself working in. But I saw how God pulled pieces together that he had blessed me to do over the years for this to work. It's like, wow, I'm majored in theater and communication. It's like when I walked up after being laid off from an advertising agency to a cemetery, I'm like, oh God, you got jokes. You've got jokes. It's like, really, for real though? But, it's been one of the most gratifying opportunities to serve, to help people, to be compassionate, to pray for people. I remember when I worked at the advertising agency, I was reprimanded oftentimes for praying for people. Corporate America prayers, there's this clash oftentimes. But when I found myself in this profession as a family service counselor, first of all, and now a manager of 14 counselors, when I found myself in this profession, it was freedom. It was the freedom to pray for people. It was the freedom to embrace people. It was the freedom to use everything God had given me to do this. So, and we're constantly evolving. He'll take all of this that I'm learning and maybe it will be, something more, something else as time progresses. But we just run on and see what the end will bring, Michael.
I love what the old folk used to say.
Yes.
Run on and see what the end will be.
Yes.
I love it. And that journey is in your book, right?
Yes.
The Grace to Walk Away,
Yes.
My Journey to God's Love. Tell us a little bit more in depth of this awesome publication.
Well, I tell you what inspired me to write the book, or to start penning it many, many years ago, was some of my poor decisions. We often make some bad decisions. I mean, it's like, I got this, it's like, I'm gonna do this my way. I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna pray about it. Looks good, feels good, gotta be good, right?
Yeah.
Glitters and everything, right?
Right.
So my passion to pen the book was born out of the pain that I went through in an ordeal, a relationship ordeal, that I believe would help other women to stop and to consider what God's will is for us. He will allow some things, but I fell madly, madly in love with this professional football player for, one of the stories that prompted it. Just juicy, right? Felt madly in love. And was really going to break it off, Michael, because I wasn't getting the kind of attention that I felt like I needed, first round draft pick and everything. And I'm sitting over here, just kind of like waiting, it seemed. So I was going to break off the relationship when instead he wanted to talk to me, right? And so I let him go first. And he said, he had been thinking and blase, and he wanted to know if I'd marry him. And I'm like, what you say? Will I? It's what I had been waiting for. It's what I had prayed for. It's what I had hoped for. And then so when he asked me what I wanted to say when I had planned to just like sever the relationship, he says, well, now, first we bantered about who's going to go first. So I'm like, you go first. He said, no, you go first. I'm not, you go first. So when he said he wanted to marry me, I mean, there was nothing else for me to say, right? I was like, no need to break it off then. No need to break off the relationship at that time. But anyway, so when it got time for me to talk out, he said, so what did you have to say? Nothing. Nothing, honey. I got nothing to say. It's all good. So anyway, this relationship, well, I don't want to give the whole thing away, but it was the most, and we did get married. I can't tell you how long it lasted. You have to read the book.
I'll read the book. Read the book.
It took 20 years for God to show me why he did not allow it to stay. Yeah. Right. It was like it was so quick. It was like 48 hours or so. 72, 48 hours before he decided he had made a mistake. And my heart was shattered because I was really in love. Right. And I didn't know that there is such a thing as a real heartbreak. That was my first experience with a broken heart. And it truly took God to reach in and snatch the pain out. And I talk about this healing and this story, along with many others, bad decisions, poor decisions that I've made along the way, and how God intervened and just saved me from myself. You know what I mean? I mean, in spite of myself, he did not allow some things to be. And I tell you today, when you read this story and where this athlete is today, I can only look back and say, thank you, Lord. Amen. Oftentimes we don't know why God does what he does, but as the old folks say, Michael, sometimes we understand it better by and by.
By and by.
By and by.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it took a long time. It took a good 20 years for God to reveal to me why he did it. And all along the way, I journaled what I was going through with this relationship, but the book sat on the shelf because I didn't have a conclusion. I'm like, this can't be it. I mean, where does it end? What is this story all about? But God revealed it 20 years later in maybe a 10, 12 page article in GQ magazine about the fate of this young man. So that gave me closure and a revelation of why what happened. So that's one of the many stories in the book that I believe will be a blessing to all who read it.
Oh my, Janette.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
It's like in this process, you found yourself. You found who you were.
Yes.
As an individual. And that's the most amazing part about life, when we can do that. Some people don't get a chance to experience that, but because you did, you allowed us as readers to view that through you, which is an amazing experience. It's not amazing going through it, but after it's done, it's like, okay,
yes. And even more than me, Michael, it's how great God is. That is the revelation in it for me, because if you see how many mistakes I made, the situations I found myself in, and how God really intervened and pulled me out, I hope my book is hope for the hopeless. If anyone finds themselves in a situation that they believe is their fate, I want them to know that God is able to just turn their lives around. He's able to set your feet on solid ground. Haunted.
Now you bring South Carolina in this. Look, I love it. And still in that process, what are you still learning about Janette?
I'm Joey Marie Urbina, and I play Xiomara in Snowfall. And you're watching The Michael Finkley Show.
Welcome to Father to Father.
The mission of Father to Father Charleston, South Carolina is to help fathers in the Low Country area of South Carolina to be a positive and consistent presence in their children's lives. Father to Father provides community-based programs and support groups for fathers free of charge. They also help fathers connect to other resources they need so they can meet their responsibilities and secure their parental rights. Father to Father offers job coaching and employment connections that benefit fathers. Father to Father is a resource for local organizations that want to provide family support and father-friendly services. If this program is a fit for you, visit our location in North Charleston, South Carolina, and meet our friendly staff here to help and assist. Or visit our website at fathertofatherinc.org. And still in that process, what are you still learning about Janette?
I'm still learning that God isn't finished with me yet, that he's not finished with me, that I'm learning that I don't mind being transparent. I'm learning that I'm still here for a reason. And I'm learning what that is. You know, what is the ultimate? What is the finale? What is that great thing, or when is that great thing that is in me coming into fruition in the way that I believe God would have it to, that he would get the ultimate glory out of my life, the ultimate glory. So I'm still learning, you know, I'm still waiting, I'm still processing life, and very grateful for it. As a mother of 2 and a grandmother of 4, I'm in a great place. I'm just thankful. I'm thankful. I'm just really, really thankful. And I look forward to seeing, you know, what God is going to do in the next chapters.
I love it. I can't
Yeah.
wait. And it's going to be marvelous because he said our latter will be greater.
Yeah.
Just greater. So we're anticipating the greater.
Yes.
We're waiting for it.
Yes. And, you know, I'm also learning, Michael, to be able to free myself, release myself from situations that are unhealthy for me quicker. You know, sometimes out of loyalty, we can stay one place too long. Just out of loyalty.
Yes, ma'am.
And not because it is, you know, where God would have you. Sometimes it's because it's what we want to. And I believe we have to decide quicker to do what is in our best interest as well as what's in the best interest of somebody else. Oftentimes I found myself people pleasing, right? So we can't be people pleasers. We have to please God. And sometimes that's a lonely, painful place, because not everybody is going to understand what it is God would have you to do when he would have you to do it. So you might find yourself on an island of Patmos, you know, all by yourself, with being misunderstood. And it has to be okay. It has to be okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Because if we think of what Jesus went through, you know, if they crucified him, if they nailed him to a cross, you know, if they said Hosanna 1 minute and crucify him the next minute, then we have to be prepared for those things as well, and everything that's in between. And we have to recognize the enemy, you know, recognize who he sends to rob, kill, steal, and destroy. And then know that we don't wrestle against flesh and blood, but against powers and principalities and spiritual wickedness in high places, and learn to love the people, you know, through them, you know, through the situations as God reveals to us, as he would have us to do, you know, as he would have us to magnify, to exemplify his love. And that's not always easy. And I think that's one of the things that I'm still learning and with every experience in life. And then here's the part too, is the closer we get to destiny, to what God has truly designed and purposed us to do, to that ultimate place, recognizing that the warfare getting there is not always easy. And it's sometimes painful, and how the enemy will use those who are closest to you to discourage you. But we have to know that it's not them. It's the spirit that's working in them at that time. So yeah, I'm learning a lot. Hey, you know what was really, really a blessing to me?
Yes, ma'am.
It's a year old, but I know many people have heard it, but I heard Tabitha Brown love a person who maybe didn't understand a move she was making. Mm-hmm. And the way she dealt with them was in such love that it was, you know what I'm talking about? You seen that?
That's it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You got to check out. Well, it was Tabitha was ministering to Wendy Williams. Wendy had said something that was inappropriate, maybe not understanding why she had retired her husband. And the way she said that, the way she broke that thing down was just with the love of God. Yeah. All love. And so that's so exemplary of what we have to do, of who we have to reflect, because it's easy to be caught off guard, and the enemy knows our weaknesses, so it's easy to be caught off guard. Yeah.
Oh, I could talk to you all day, Janette.
Likewise.
He was going. When you talk about God and all of His glory, you know, that's an endless conversation.
Yes, it is.
It's an endless conversation. So
yes.
We got to have you back. We got to have you back on, and that's all we're going to talk about.
I would like that very much.
I love it.
I would like that.
Yes, you're coming back. How can the Think Fam purchase your amazing book and then also follow you on social media?
Okay, thanks for asking. The book is on Amazon, and it is called The Grace to Walk Away. So if you'll just enter The Grace to Walk Away in your search engine on Amazon, the book will come up, and I believe it will bless your life. It will bless your life. And I'm Janette Auguar, that on social media at Janette Auguar. And also the program that we do is called A Spiritual Connection, where we interview believers from different walks of life and provide a platform for them to share their testimonies as well. So we're on A Spiritual Connection on Facebook, on Instagram. So, and we've got some great things coming up where we've just finished shooting the pilot. And so it's being shopped right now. We're believing God to do some great things.
Yeah, I saw that from radio to television.
Yes.
We're excited.
Praise God.
Updated on that process.
I most certainly will. That's
very exciting. Thank you so much for being with us.
Oh, much success to you too, Michael, with your show. It's phenomenal. You're great. You're great. And I cannot wait to see what God's going to do, because eyes have not seen, nor have ears heard. Neither has it entered into the hearts of men the things that God has in store for those who love Him. And it's evident, dear brother, that you love Him. And I thank you. I thank you. Until we meet again. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Think that. Let's go away. Back in a moment.
Hey, everybody. I'm Eric Rollins. You guys probably know me from Zoom, as well as Kevin from work and a couple other things. You guys are watching The Michael Finkley Show.
CTR Media Network was created for today's podcasters. We provide a safe haven for content creators that are everyday people doing extraordinary things. We have a system of positioning, monetization training, coaching, and support for our podcasters' success. CTR Media Network simply bridges that gap with a level playing field for your dreams to come true cost effectively. Our team provides a premium service and experience for our podcasters to grow. CTR Media Network provides access, support, resources, coaching, and community for our podcasters to win, if you put in the work. We believe that we are living in a unique time which requires you to share your message of hope with millions of people around the world. Remember that the world is never too saturated for you, your voice and message. A platform for positive, impactful media where the content creators are in the driver's seat. Visit our website today by going to www.ctrmedianetwork.com.
This is your Louisiana girl, Denise Boutte, coming at you on the Michael Finkley Show. And you guys may know me from Why Did I Get Married as the really sweet girl Trina, or maybe Meet Browns as Sasha. But I'm coming at you guys from the great state of California, but originally from Louisiana, because you know I can't lose that Southern girl, baby. All right, you guys stay tuned to Michael Finkley.
Next, Michael Finkley, host and executive producer of HBCU 101. Jaleel Thurman is with us as he talks about his brand new season and so much more. Next, Finkley. Everybody, welcome back. I hope that you enjoyed this interview. I hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you so much, Janet, for being with us and just being who you are as an individual. You must come back. You definitely must come back. And if you want to learn more about what she does, her information is in the description below. Thank you so much, Janet, for just bringing your light to our show. We appreciate you. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Michael Finkley Show. Ring that bell for notification. We'll send you an email saying, hey, new content's available. Listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. For more information about what we do, visit our website, michaelfinkleyshow.com. Of course, again, we're on U42, we're on RokuTV, and also we are on Amazon Music. So listen to us as you're driving along, reading along, working out along, just do what you need to do. Just listen to us there as well. Thank you so much for watching, and guess what? We'll see you next time. And remember to always, always pursue your dreams. Have a good